Friends, welcome back. Today we are looking at several things, including we are going through this huge haul, like crazy haul of clothing from the college student housing. I finally got all of it. There was like, what was there, like 4 bags? I think there were like 4 big garbage bags. I got all of them washed and dried, all of that, and sorted through, decided which ones we're gonna keep for us, which was like a lot of them, so cool. And then what ones we might sell or donate, what might go in the yard sale, stuff like that, or that we might see if any of our family might be able to use. We often will do that with the clothing. Other than in the yard sale, clothing is not something I sell very often. So I do like to see if I have 7 siblings and there's lots of grandkids. And so I like to see if anyone can use any of that. But we're going to start with the most exciting thing, because why wait? This. It is, number one, it's tie-dye, which is fantastic. And it is the Tower of Terror, I Survived t-shirt. From Disneyland, as you can see right here. It even says Disneyland Resort. This does not exist anymore. Well, the shirt exists, but the Disneyland Tower of Terror does not exist. I was, of course, just out there for our graduation celebration, and as many of you know, Tower of Terror has been turned into the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, which I didn't even end up riding. Olivia, my oldest daughter, she rode it with my sister, but I did not. I never did experience it, and I also never got to experience the actual Tower of Terror. It's on my list of maybe someday, it's not like high on my priority list, but someday maybe get out to Florida before they change their Tower of Terror so that I can experience it, because I've heard it was amazing. Anyway, I at least have this fabulous memento that is, they no longer make them for Disneyland. So awesome. We'll just jump into some of the clothing. This is a brand new, tags included. I only noticed it as I was dumping the clothes out of the bags into the washing machine. Luckily, I noticed. Never worn, never washed or dried. It says, along Lake Michigan, the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, established 1837. And they blacked out the price because it was probably a gift, right? But it's, looking through, it was $18.95. That was spent on this memento, this gift from someone's travels, and it ended up in the bins at the college student housing, and now it's mine. Thoughts? P.S. Are any of you from Chicago or the Chicago area or Illinois at all, or that area, like the Great Lakes area? It is on my list of someday. Should I try selling this online? Or add it to the many, many other t-shirts that we found and that we just end up using like as jams for the kids. I don't know. There is this kind of button-up type shirt. I'm actually thinking of adding this to our costumes, like our Halloween costume supply. I don't have anything in particular in mind yet, but I'm thinking it could come in handy for something, some kind of costume down the line. Then this one, there were actually several tops that are my size, which is always awesome. I get so much clothes from the bins. This is like going in and out, in and out. We try to buy as little as possible that's brand new, right? Unless it's things we're really passionate about. And things like clothing, I just don't love spending money on those. So when I find stuff like this, that's absolutely adorable. Look at the fringe stuff, whatever that is, on the sleeves. And look at that pattern. Isn't it lovely? When I find stuff like this, oh, it just makes my day. There was this one, and this one is my favorite. But there are several other tops that you'll see in this montage of pictures as we fly through the other clothing items. Several that are my size and that I like and think, I would actually wear. And so I'm keeping that one. And it's really lightweight, which will be nice for the summer. Finally, last but certainly not least, and this is another one that I will be keeping for myself if I can get it. There it is. Okay. It is a sheer kind of peasant blouse. Come on now. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see it. It's long sleeve, but it's also sheer. So you could even wear even just like this under it or some kind of tank top underneath it. And it would be great for summer, even with the long sleeves. It would give a little bit of sun protection, but but be comfortable, I think, and perfect for maybe an evening out or something like that. Anyway, really pretty. I want you to see the embroidery and how pretty it is. I hope that's showing up for you guys. Anyway, absolutely gorgeous. This and the Tower of Terror one, definitely my favorites of the clothing. My fabulous existence did not start until the 80s, so there are some things I'm not familiar with. So hopefully you guys can help me identify them. But
all right, Frugal friends, here is just a quick look through most of the clothing that we found in the student housing bins there at the local colleges. Lots of good stuff, lots of great brands, lots of great quality, and very happily, several things that we will find use for in our own family, which of course will save us money. That kind of savings, I'd like to apply that towards family adventures and experiences. It's always nice to be able to save a little bit from our budget when it comes to necessary things like clothing or household goods. Finding those things in the bins can really make a difference in our budget, really stretch the pennies. Those things that we don't use, I will most likely offer to family, friends, and neighbors. And then whatever's left over, we'll probably donate.
Going to look through some crazy awesome dumpster finds that I am rediscovering as I'm continuing with the eBay shed and the attic and trying to get tons of stuff listed online to finance our future adventures and endeavors. We have a long list of places that we want to go and see and experience, and eBay has got to finance that. So as I'm sorting through all this stuff and trying to get things listed and doing research, I'm coming across some items that I'm like, what the heck is that? So I'm going to show you a couple of them and see if they ring a bell for any of you.
Okay, so like I said, I'm going through a whole bunch of previous dumpster finds and trying to do a little bit of research, figure out what some things are, and finally get them listed. These are before my time, so I'm not familiar with them. And I found them here in Utah. I did not go to elementary school in Utah. So, and I'm thinking these are definitely, focused on elementary school. That's what they're meant for. So anyway, if any of you recognize any of these things, please tell me in the comments. Give me some kind of insight. It says American Guidance Service. Circle Pines, Minnesota, and it says Developing Understanding of Self and Others, a little acronym, DUSO kit. So there's records. There are these books, and some of these graphics, you guys, are just fantastic. So you got a spiral book here, and a whole bunch of, there'll be little stories, all right, all these little stories, but then along with them, all these fun pictures. You can kind of get a time frame just by looking at the art and the style of the art. All right, sorry, it's kind of awkward doing it from this angle. This reminds me of like the Jetsons and any like Hanna-Barbera. What is that one with the bear, Yogi Bear? Like that's kind of what this kind of artwork, these kind of graphics remind me of. So yeah, so it's just all these little stories with a stated purpose, and then, tells the story, has a picture to go along with it. I'm thinking, was this like for some kind of counseling? Did like the school counselor utilize these materials in addressing issues with troubled kids? I don't know. That's really pretty. So there's that one. Then there's also some cassette tapes that seem to correspond. And then this is where all the records are. There's a whole bunch of these little records. I don't know what they're called, the different sizes of records. Oh, this is a 33, whatever. I don't know the names of those kinds of things. Then there's a manual here, and this just kind of outlines what you're supposed to do in utilizing these materials. There are some songs along with the sheet music laid out there. All this different stuff. I don't know anything about it, and I have not yet taken the time to really look through. But we've got, see right here, role-playing activity, puppet activity, supplementary activities like a singing game. Is this looking familiar to anyone? I hope so. I hope one of you will recognize these, hopefully from a positive experience, ideally. Then there's this binder of posters. Do it now. I'm not sure what it is they want you to do. Do only what you have to do or do your best. Kind of a choosing between. Let's see, do it yourself. I could see these being made into framed art for some purpose to decorate something. Let's see, sympathy should be for real problems. I think we could dig into that a little bit. All people are different. Why do they have a fire going on there? I'm not sure. I am the only me in the world. That is certainly true. Think how others feel. Look at those graphics. Isn't that delightful? I really like that. Tell how you feel. Sharing can be fun. Let's see. Each one must do his part. I love this pirate theme here. That's fantastic. It hurts to be left out. Look at kind of the style there. See if that gives you an idea. Being nice makes friends. Encouragement gets things done. Do your part. Anyway, so think what might happen. Let me see if these have a year. Oh, 1970. So yes, well before my time. But it looks like that's when they are from. Some of the imagery though did seem even earlier than that to me, but that's mostly just based on like my cartoon experience. All right. So anyway, finally, there are these packages of puppetry props. And if I remember correctly from my first cursory look through them, I think it's 2 packs of kind of the same stuff, but let's pull these out and give you an idea and see if these spark a memory. There's a door and a window and like the archway for the door. We have a jungle gym, big, huge jungle gym. A tree. Maybe I should just get this whole thing set up. I don't know. We've got a clock. Hands move. Some fun old cars. Look at these are fantastic. Imagine, my fellow crafters, the craft projects. And these are like thick tag board. The crafting you could do with some of these cars. I can, in a little boy's room, you know, with these in frames or so. Oh my goodness, the options. You've got a little traffic light minus the colors. Oh, look at that car. Oh, slug bug. Oh, that's adorable. That is adorable. And it looks like the windows could be punched out, but these ones have not. In fact, none of these in the cars, none of the windows have been punched out. So that's probably good as far as resale goes. If these are something that can, you know, that has any potential for resale. I really don't know. I'm mostly at this point just trying to identify them, and I'm also appreciating the artistic possibilities with some of these items. Oh, there's a fun slide with its ladder. I don't think I'm going to put them together right now, but I will show you that all of these little things, and look, they haven't even been used. They're not popped out at all. But these are like the little stands. You would bend this in half, pull that little thing out, and use them. See, there's a whole bunch of them. See those? That you would use to prop up all of these little puppetry pieces. So I don't know. Does any of this look familiar to you guys? I sure hope so. I hope somebody will recognize these. I'm going to double check in here and let's see if there isn't anything a little different. There's a tree, big tree. Let's see. Now these ones, most of them are still totally put together, not punched out at all, still on the original board that they came in on. And it doesn't look like, oh, ow, brand new tattoo, be careful. I'm not seeing any other pieces, I don't think, that are different other than the tree from the ones that are down here. Mostly it's just that most of these are still on the board. Oh, and this one even has the lights for the stoplight. So anyone recognize these? Please, if you do, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about it. and have kind of an idea of what you think, if these are something that I could resell, if they have any potential that way, whether for something relating to their original purpose, for nostalgia purposes, for crafting and creative purposes. Like I said, I can totally see that, some stuff happening here with, framing and whatnot. Not so much, obviously, with the old cassettes and records. Who knows? There are so many creative minds out there that I know could come up with something. But first off, please tell me if you recognize any of these materials. That would be awesome. I will be doing a live stream this evening at 7 p.m. That is Mountain Daylight Time, I think. Turn on your little bell notification and you'll know the minute that we go live. We will be talking about kind of the future of our channel, some things that I have in mind, especially now that school is over for me and will be ending soon for the kids, at least for the summer for them. Answering your questions about where we're going from here, and also soliciting your ideas and some suggestions about certain aspects of this channel and what we will be doing throughout the summer as far as content for the channel. We will also be talking a lot about what I mentioned the other day about how we could go about beyond eBay, or besides eBay, have an alternative for letting you guys acquire some of these dumpster treasures that I find that you are interested in. Trying to figure out a way to facilitate that will be best for everybody. So please come with your ideas and suggestions in mind and experience that you have, whether good, bad, or otherwise. And, just any ways that you can contribute to that conversation, that would be incredibly helpful. We will also be talking about the Frugal Friends keychain board that I am working on. That is a work in progress. Stay tuned for a full video report on how that is going, and the corresponding binder that will be going with it. That's all about, those things that you want to share with the Frugal Friends and Family through our P.O. box in the description below. Things like keychains, either from the place that you live or places you love, or just things that you think are awesome and would be cool hanging on our keychain board, or magnets on our dumpster magnet board, or postcards or collectible spoons, things like that you would like to share with the Frugal Friends and Family, and we will proudly display them in our home and here on the channel for everyone to enjoy. So we'll be talking about that tonight. Like I said, that's today, Thursday, May 17th, if you're watching this later. And feel like you bummed that you didn't get to be part of that live stream. Don't worry, there will be more. Generally, they are on Thursdays at 7 p.m. And I try to get word out through our other social media accounts, which are also in the video description. Try to get you word ahead of time so that you'll know that that's coming up. That's all I've got for you. Thank you so much for being a part of the Frugal family. We appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful day, and hope to see you this evening. Bye-bye.